How is your email list? Um, Mine's not as good as I want it to be. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how email benefits you and your business. Let's talk about how you can grow that list and why it's important. First and foremost, all this month, all March long, we're going to talk about why email is critical. We're going to talk about why you need a list. We're going to talk about how to build it. We're going to talk about how to get your email noticed and opened, and then how to track those analytics and what you can do to then improve your actual email game. But I'm big on why. I always like to start with why. So let's first dive into why is it important. You're a business owner, you're a small business owner, you're already wearing all the hats, you're barely getting your social media posts done, you are worried about getting your taxes filed. Why do you need email? Why is that critical? Okay, let's talk about it. First and foremost, everybody knows, it's pretty common knowledge that excuse me, email marketing is a super effective way to market, and it generates some of the highest revenue. I think that's pretty common knowledge. But just in case, some of the more critical reasons you want your own email list, in case you are under a rock, Facebook and Instagram were down yesterday. Everybody lost their mind. I cannot tell you how many texts and phone calls I myself got from clients discussing, oh my gosh, something's wrong with Facebook. What's wrong with Facebook? What's going on with Instagram? They were just down. It happens. And when you lose access to something like that, it makes you really think about your followers. Do you have backups for your followers? If Facebook left the planet tomorrow, do you have a way to contact those people who are following you? If your answer is no, it's time to start generating your own email list. Think about social media, and I love social media, truly, it's what we do. But think about it as a rent situation, because you can only borrow those followers. They're not really yours, they're really Facebook's or TikTok's or YouTube's. But if you have an email list, you own that. So it's the difference between renting and owning. You have to have an email list. It allows you to get crucial data from your um, current database, from your current customers. It allows you to send personalized messages. It gives you the opportunity to segment your audience so that your marketing is more specific and you can niche it down better. Niche, niche, niche. Yeah, go with what feels right to you. And of course, it increases your site traffic for those folks who are trying to improve their search engine optimization and show up on a Google search. One of the best things you can do, of course, is blog, because it will help you tremendously. And then you generate an email or a newsletter that gets people to link back to that blog. So yeah, it does a lot of things, but most importantly, you own it, it's yours. So let's look at the numbers behind the why. I mean, owning is great, but why do you want to spend time and energy and money to build that list? 99% of people check their email every single day. A big chunk of the population checks it multiple times a day. I'm one of those that checks it multiple times a day. You make roughly $42 for every dollar you spend on email marketing. So the ROI is incredible. It's 42 to 1. 59% of people who were surveyed say email influences their purchase decisions directly. They make buying decisions based on the emails they're getting. Email is 40 times more effective in obtaining new customers than social media. Email marketing conversion rates are 3 times that of social media marketing, which is, again, I love social, but email, you can't ignore the email. An average email click-through rate is 6 times more than an average organic social media post. And your message is 5 times more likely to be seen through email than Facebook. So when we have this a lot, we have customers who say, I just posted on Facebook. Everybody's seen it. They have not seen it. You know how they see it? They see it when you email it to them. That's how they see it. That's just the way it is. And of course, there's strategies that you can do that are super effective that can help you long term. One in particular are welcome emails. When you offer something cool or free, or you have this awesome download, you then can turn around to the audience that, just like, we have a free content calendar. It's always free. It's always available. You can go to our website at any moment and download that bad boy. And then we have a welcome email that says, thank you very much for our list. Here's our list. And feel free to follow us on these platforms. Those welcome emails are highly profitable because they bring in more revenue. than a pre-email on a pre-email basis. And every welcome email earns on average, this number's insane, 320% more revenue than other marketing emails. So they're already invested in you. They've already gone to the website. They've already downloaded something. And now you offer them something. Hey, for $10, hey, for $15, hey, for $99, you can get this or this or this. They're much more open to purchasing from you because they're already invested. Automation is really, really the key to email success. You want to, nobody has time to manually do that stuff. It's crazy. It's just so much easier to do automatic emails. And that's what a welcome message is. It's an automated email. And those automated emails are opened about 44% of the time, which is insane because a really good open rate is 16 to 20%. So you're doubling your opportunity there. Automated emails are opened twice, yeah, double as often as other types of marketing emails. And if you add a video, you guys, come on, I've said video for what, 4 years now. If you add video to your email, it actually increases your click rates by 300%. 300%. That's a lot of percent. So, really and truly, if you have not been focused on your email list, please get more focused on your email list. Whew. Okay, so what do you send? Once that you have decided that this is what you want to do, or you have a list in place, but you haven't sent them any information in a while, what do you send out? Well, welcome. Of course, we've already talked about that. Some other super effective messages you can send out are product recommendations, and it doesn't always have to be your product. And if you're an affiliate person, you may send out an email that's all like for us, just using us as an example. I might send out an email that talks about all these different awesome tools to use for going live, like a keyboard and a laptop stand and special lighting or a letterboard, because who doesn't love a good letterboard? Product recommendations is a great one to do. Location-based offers, we work with a local retailer and their sales, you can clock it. I can see the spike when the email goes out talking about what's on sale and what's on special. You can see people click through. It's crazy to me because it happens in real time. Abandoned cart recovery, if you do have a product you're selling and people put it in their cart and they don't purchase, if you have an automatic email set up to follow up with those people, they're a lot more likely to go back and make that purchase. Think about how that works on you because it works on me. It really probably works too well on me. Special occasion emails, get excited. We're having our 10-year anniversary, or get excited. We're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, whatever your special occasion is, a sale, a promotion, content preference. Yeah. Find out what they want to know. Find out what's interesting to them. Do they want infographics? Do they want video? What is their preference for content? Asking them to re-engage. Hey, you have been a huge fan for a long time, but we haven't heard from you in a minute. We just wanted to check in. That's a great re-engagement email. And it's so simple. It doesn't have to be complicated to be effective. Their purchase history. Hey, you bought this. Would you be interested in this? If you're a food creator, hey, you bought this other cookbook. We have a new one coming out. Are you interested? And then, of course, their anniversary of joining is always a good idea. Hey, you've been a client. This is your 2-year anniversary. Thank you so much for following us. That's the kind of stuff that's really super effective. So when do you need to send it? Well, there's been a ton of studies. There's a lot of differing opinions, but just some kind of general good rule of thumb information. Once per week is ideal. You can't overdo it. Boy, you can overdo it in a heartbeat. You don't want to bury people in email because that will get them to unfollow you. But you don't want to send not enough so that you're not on the top of mind like you need to be. So about once per week is pretty good. Tuesday has the highest open rate, but it's, barely the highest open rate. Anytime during the week is great. Saturday and Sunday are the worst. Sunday is the worst day to send emails. You're least likely to have an open on Sunday. And the best times to send are between 10 and 2. So a lot of times me in particular, our stuff goes out at 2:00 just because it's a high open rate time for us. And as you are starting to come up with a plan and decide kind of how you want to move forward and really cultivate that list, remember, it's always collecting information. You want as much information as you can because it makes you more effective when you are actually serving your clients. It's a great way to engage, and you do want to engage those folks and find out what they want to know and make it personal. Again, folks don't want to be one of many, they want to be one of one. So when you talk to folks, talk to them, call them by name. There's a very easy way to program that in most of the email marketing platforms. Personalization, it totally works. So now that you kind of know the why behind it, and you have probably a bigger list than you think you do. If you have been in business for more than a year, your invoice list, your client list, it's there. It exists for you. So there's absolutely no reason for you not to tap into that list and send a welcome email and let them know that you're going to be reaching out to them from now on. But you probably have a better list than you know. It's Jaden. Jaden's here. Um, that's it. That's it for me today. Okay. So now that you've got your list started, next week we're going to talk about how to build it, how to grow that community, how to grow that list, and some tools, again, automated tools. And at some point this month, I'm going to talk about the differences between platforms. There's a lot of different email platforms available. Let's talk about what works best. Let's talk about what's the most cost effective, and let's talk about who has the worst customer service ever on earth. I have opinions, and we're going to get into it. So join me again next week when we talk about email list building. And then the following week, we're going to talk about how to stop vanishing in inboxes. And I'd be willing to bet you there's a cool download with some excellent examples of subject lines that we're going to be able to share with you guys through, you guessed it, an email download. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you joining me. And until next week, I'm Karen Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks.